Hey y'all, welcome to Morning Coffee. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you guys are doing well. It is nice to be with you here today. So let's wrap up our moment with a little bit of a daily reading. General, timeless, y'all know the drill. I actually have nothing pre-channeled. I've been sitting here for a moment, really focusing on connecting, because in being connected, which I naturally am, it's so funny. Every time I'm like sitting here like saying to myself, okay, Eric, come on now, connect. They're like, honey, you're already connected. You're always connected, Eric. But it's blank. The space is blank right now. So, of course, first thing I think of there is Blank Space by Taylor Swift. Maybe that's relevant. Is someone holding space for you? Is the question that just came through. Is someone holding space for you? Are you holding space for someone who isn't holding space for you? Blank space. But the phrase is, I've got a blank space, baby, and I'll write your name. Oh my God. Now it's giving someone is holding this one space, just waiting to put their name there, to put someone's name there. Oh God. Oh God. All right, let's get into this. See what we've got. Yeah. Here we go. Hi, Spirit. Please make me a clear channel for the collective at this time. Please bring forward the best messages to serve their highest good and the highest good of all involved. Please clearly show us what it is we need to see, tell us what it is we need to hear, and enlighten us to that which it is we need to know, so that we may be empowered to live our very best and highest vibrational lives. Thank you so very much, Spirit. Okay, so there is tension in the air, but the energy coming from Spirit is calm and peaceful, is blank. Whereas the energy of the collective feels on edge, kind of looking over their shoulders a little bit, uneasy, kind of pissed off, aggravated at the very least, agitated or agitated, and yet unbothered. So unbothered in the sense that you're not surprised. This has not thrown you off your center. You may be feeling a certain type of way, but it doesn't mean that it's thrown you off your center. If anything, it's you're holding your center more because you're that self-aware now to recognize what this is. And for some reason, a big feeling here is, why am I not even surprised? And it's not like that's not a very common phrase, but in this moment, it's like it really just feels, I'm just yeah, that checks out. I also don't necessarily feel like you are taking any real sort of action steps to fix anything or to move anything around. I feel like you're just kind of holding yourself in place, watching it all go down. I'm a poet and I didn't even know it. Okay. And that's sensible. That makes sense. For some reason, I just heard that's very sensible of you. Because I really think, because this is that devil energy popping up, because I'm seeing the devil in my head right now. This is an energy of like, you can't do anything to stop this. You can't really do anything to change them. It's not really worth it for you to try to get involved. So you're just not. So you're just like, okay, hand me the popcorn. We're just going to watch from here. That's how society feels right now. And it does feel like a split in the collective. Well, not our collective, but like a split in the timeline. It's like those that are going on in this different direction, that are actually going with the evolution of society and humanity, instead of staying stuck in this power dynamic. 555 on the counter. I don't even know what we want to call it anymore. But whatever that old shit is, where all all this like drama and war and politics and fighting and all that stuff, the control, the inequality, all that shit, whatever you want to call that. Those of us that are moving away from that are kind of just backing away. Five of Swords, backing away slowly. Like, ooh, yeah, I don't want to touch that. Mm-mm. And again, okay, this is like a societal perspective. Again, it's not about fighting that good fight anymore. It's not, because we see now that was just a hoax too. That whole energy of like fighting the good fight, that was just perpetuating the same damn energy. Why? Because you're still feeding it energy, and so it keeps it going. The only way to stop it is to starve it of energy. So we back away. We don't get involved. And we just watch. Some of us can't even watch. Some of us can't pull our eyes away for some reason. Okay. Let's get into some cards here. That's fitting. Seven of Wands. Nope. I'm staying over here. This is the line in the sand. It's your side. It's my side. And I'm not even trying to fight you about it. Just keep that over there. Underneath the Seven of Wands is death. Go figure. What's going on for the... Okay, Seven of Cups is first. Ooh. Fitting. So fitting. Look at this. Seven of Cups, like I said, followed by the Devil and the Magician. Overall energy is the Empress to the Fool. I'm seeing a hell of a lot of fertility in the energy of the Empress. The focus of the Empress right in this situation is fertility. And I'm seeing this Devil energy as like fertilizer, mulch, not even mulch, fertilizer, like straight up compost. That's the word I'm looking for. Compost, worm castings, maybe a bit of potash. These are all great things for your garden. But what you're doing, because intrinsically this Devil energy is toxic, right? So technically you could say that whatever this is would be toxic for your garden. And it probably is in its original form, we'll say. But you, my dear friend, are an alchemist. And with this magician energy here, you are taking this toxicity and turning it into fertilizer for your garden. You're making it worth something for you. You're really gaining the real, true messages, better understanding. It's interesting that that's all coming through because we have this Seven of Cups here. I'm going to clarify that. But the Seven of Cups also in this moment feels just like the chaotic energy surrounding the transmutation of this situation. So the way this is spelling itself out for me here, Seven of Cups to the Devil to the Magician. Seven of Cups is the swirl of different ideas, different thought patterns, different circumstances, different feelings and emotions, different relationships maybe. It's just the swirl of all this stuff around you, all of these elements in your energy, all these relationships in your energy, all these situations that are going on in your life, whatnot, whatever. Okay. It might be very confusing too. I'm getting confusion. It's just a swirl of energies. Okay. There's a good amount of confusion here for some. Others, this doesn't represent confusion. It just represents the different things that you're dealing with, the different cycles in your life. Because it may not be one type of cycle that's closing out. It may be multiple, decades worth of traumas and all kinds of stuff and experiences, whether good or bad, that you are mostly on the negative side, that you are needing to process so we can continue moving on through this transition. Okay, so the Seven of Cups, ultimately, even if it doesn't represent confusion for you, it ultimately represents the different elements that we're dealing with in our lives here. Okay, the Devil is bringing an understanding of the toxicity inherent within those situations. Because as these situations swirl around you, or as they come in and out of conscious focus throughout your time period or whatnot, whatever, as they come through, you are able to observe them and recognize where you need to be removing your ties, where you need to be removing the chains and walking away or not even engaging any longer. And the Magician represents the actions, the manifestation, the manipulation of this toxic energy that's giving me this feeling of you're turning it into fertilizer. The Empress and the Fool, and taking a leap of faith from here. It could even be said that this Devil energy is being transmuted into a type of jet fuel to shoot you off into space or wherever it is you're going next. 13 on the counter. I want to talk about this Seven of Cups a little bit more, please. Seven of Cups. Okay. High Priestess, Page of Cups, and the Sun again. 10 of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles. Excuse me. Okay. First thing I get, we're clarifying the Seven of Cups now. First thing I hear is a new emotional reality. A refreshed emotional reality, a fresh start. Okay, so in terms of working with this Seven of Cups, working through 14 on the counter now, working through this Seven of Cups, in terms of that, playfulness and the curiosity of a child is really going to help you. Because it's going to put you in a position to be closer to your intuition, or I could say to put you in it would put you in a position to have a clearer connection with your intuition as you're moving through these situations and figuring out what it is you need to let go of. Okay, you're clarifying is the Seven of Cups is clarified by the Page of Cups, the Sun, and the High Priestess. Okay, there is also an energy of reparenting yourself. You could see this could, just because of the male, well, just because of like the female or the adult child. There we go. The adult child dynamic here. You could see this as a level of reparenting yourself. But also the High Priestess is your higher self as well. Okay. Overall here, clarifying the Seven of Cups, you do have the Ten of Pentacles, and underneath the Ten of Pentacles is the Queen of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups, the Three of Pentacles. But again, a mother figure here. So there's a level of reparenting yourself that you're doing here, but really the message is that connecting with your inner child, and maybe even allowing your inner child to lead the way here, intuitively speaking, just so that you are open to the perspectives. You're open to what your intuition and your higher self are saying to you about these situations here. All right, can you show us the Devil? Oop. So this is definitely about empowerment. Damn. It's so funny. Well, I mean, it feels like they were waiting for me to say that before these cards came out. Because it reflects exactly what I just said. The Devil here is clarified by the Five of Pentacles and Strength. We're going to start here first. The Five of Pentacles and Strength, okay? And remember, the Devil, the concept of the Devil is he or she only has control over you if you allow it to, right? If you allow yourself to stand there and stay chained to whatever this is, stay attached to whatever this is. Lyle, hold on, guys. Okay, so now apply that to the Five of Pentacles and Strength, right? Because the Five of Pentacles is about willpower, I guess you could say. Having the willingness to go within and find shelter. These two have to be willing to look behind them to see that there is a church there. Just like you need to be willing to separate yourself from this shit. You're not powerless here. You are absolutely not powerless. The Devil would like to keep you in the mindset of believing that you're powerless, because then that way he can just take it all from you. But you're not powerless. Just like these people are not fully out on their own. They may be keeping themselves out there for whatever reason. Maybe they're just ignorant to it. They don't realize it. Okay, that sucks. But if they just turn around, right? Strength. Five of Pentacles and Strength. Having the strength to recognize that you are not powerless here and you don't have to stay in this space. And then in comes the empowerment. The King of Pentacles and the Eight of Cups. You've got the power, you've got the will, you've got the resources, you've got also the authority to say, I'm walking away from this now. Overall, the Queen of Wands. I like that. And recognize how balanced you still are. You have a King of Pentacles and a Queen of Wands. A king and a queen. So, and this is the energetic space and place that you are making this decision from. These types of decisions from. This is very balanced. This is good. I like it. It's okay. The Magician, please. Clarify the Magician. Well, the Magician is clarified by the Fool, the Star, and the King of Swords. Whoa. Now that's some power. And that's clarity. And it's balanced, level thinking. Oh, Lyle, you're not doing that now. Oh, I should have known better. He does that every time. He's like, I want to come inside. So I let him inside. He goes and nibbles at his food. 30 seconds later, I want to go back outside. Every time. Fucking cat. All right. So overall energy, clarifying the Magician, you do have the Two of Wands to the Ace of Swords and the Hanged Man. Balanced and level-headed thinking. Also, coming from a place of desiring truth and honesty and genuinely wanting to make a proper or the right decision. Part of making that decision in terms of what is proper or right, the right decision, involves a shifting or evolution, you could say, of morals and moralistic understanding. What you once believed, what you once subscribed to in the past, certain morals, certain ideals, certain ways of thinking, no longer fit you, or no longer fit the world, no longer fit this situation. Diplomatic thinking. So that's where you're looking for a solution, but you're looking for a solution from a perspective that has changed and evolved and enlightened. And you recognize the value of trying something new, doing something differently. And you're not afraid to take a leap of faith. You're not afraid to go out on your own. You're not afraid to walk the path that is shit. Not even the path that is least trodden, but the path that hasn't even been taken yet, you know? You're open to that. You're aware that there's value in it. And you've seen past the veil. You've seen beyond the bullshit. And so now you're like, all right, I want something new. So this also feels very much like a preliminary phase in terms of what's to come next, because now you're starting to set the stage for what you want in your life in the next phase, in the next cycle. There's something here about a 2-year transitional period. 23 on the counter. Boils down to a 5, 10, 1. I mean, it's not going to be like this the whole transitional period. You know what I mean? Like this, right now, where I feel we are in this transition is like still closer to where we came from, but moving deeper into where we're going. So there's an energy of still kind of being hyper aware of the past, or some elements, or most of the elements, at least right now, of this past cycle that we're moving out of, still being around, still being prominent, still being in your face. You're still having to deal with them in some sort of way, but you know for a fact you're moving away from that. This is proof right here that you're manifesting it. The Magician, the Fool, the Star, the King of Swords, and the Two of Wands overall. The Two of Wands with the Ace of Swords and I love the Hanged Man here for you, because this Hanged Man is giving serious enlightenment. Okay? Change in perspective for real. Like serious change in perspective. Life-changing change in perspective. That, my friend, is very good. Cool. All right, well, I'm going to leave it there. I hope this was helpful for you. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope in our next round, things can be a little lighter because it's been quite a heavy week, but we'll take it as it comes, right? I love you all so much. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I look forward to connecting with you again very, very soon. Yes? Cool. Take care. Mwah!
Boy.